Hey guys, it's the Lover's Passport.
I'm Giselle.
And I'm Steven, and we just got back from the Valley of Fire. We loved it. The red rocks were crazy.
Everything we saw there was absolutely beautiful. About an hour north of Vegas.
Valley of Fire is the oldest state park in Nevada. We did the whole park in one day. It was kind of a long day.
It was filled with lots of hikes and different scenery though. Here is our guide on how to do Valley of Fire in one day.
So first up, we would recommend driving the area, kind of getting to know it. It's a pretty short road. We came in from the east entrance, drove the entire scenic route. We got there bright and early for sunrise. You go early, it's great having the whole place to yourself.
You will have to pay an entrance fee. Decide to visit Valley of Fire. It's about $10 a day just for daily use, so keep that in mind when you come in.
First spot we went was Arch Rock. Super cool spot for sunrise. The sun comes perfectly through it if you go at the right time of year. Do not walk on it though. There's signs everywhere not to go and jump on it.
You want to make sure it's being preserved for future generations to see. And what's really cool is right after we visited there's a bunch of longhorn sheep there. So nice, fun, cool little encounter with a herd of longhorn sheep, and they're all over the park.
Next to Arch Rock is Piano Rock. It's kind of a drive-by. When you get there's a little dirt road that goes off, and that kind of takes you through all these sceneries. Windstone Arch was on the same exact road. It looks just like this.
It seemed from the pictures that it was gonna be huge, but it was about like this big of an arch.
We could barely both fit in it. It was hilarious.
A little hard to find, but it was cool to check out and explore around the area. It's definitely not an absolute must-see.
Also in that area is the Petroglyphs. There's this really cool rock.
It's called Atlatl.
We totally butchered that. We have no idea. Really cool writings on the wall.
1,000 years old, and you go up this huge staircase leading up so you can read them. It's really, really interesting. You get to see all the ancient writings. We're both big history buffs, so it was pretty interesting to catch a glimpse of our past.
After you hit that first section, we recommend driving up, passing the visitor center. If you do want to stop by, they will answer all your questions about what's open, what's not open, the best places to see. Head up to White Domes. That's a great hike, especially for the morning. It's mostly in the sun, so you want to get it done bright and early.
They have some really nice picnic tables, so we cooked our food, made some bacon. Delicious. This cute little 1 mile hike. You get to see there's a little bit of a narrow section, there's an old movie set, there's some caves you can explore. So it's really got all around everything that you could want in a little desert hike.
We recommend starting from the parking lot and heading straight down into the movie set. If you do it the other way around, it's all uphill. Once we saw White Domes, because like we said, it's in the heat, we drove all the way to the other end of the park at the west entrance and saw Elephant Rock.
Plot twist, it looks like an elephant.
There were quite a few other rocks that look just like elephants.
Like this one is a lot smaller than some of the other ones, but everything that has a long rock in the front that looks like a trunk looks like an elephant. Our next recommendation, which was Triple Arch.
It was quite a walk away. We were a little scared of getting lost. You have to walk all the way across. Check our blog in the link in the description if you want to see exactly how to get there, because you can frame it perfectly to make it look like there's a triple arch.
Like you said, it's a little bit out of the way, but that's really nice because there's no other people there.
After we finished hanging out and checking out the triple arch, we drove the roadway. Rainbow Vista is right over there.
And we did a hike to Fire Canyon right there.
It's okay.
Yeah.
If you go for the canyon, it's not much of an end view, but the whole trail is in the sun, so do not do it in the midday.
It is a really good little hike for children. It's really easy, half mile in, half mile back. I would call it a walk more than a hike.
Very, very easy. After that, if you keep following the road, you're gonna see Silica Dome. It's an ordinary dome. It has some cool section. My favorite was the split between the white and the red.
There's a very harsh line in between. It looked really cool. So if you just want to do a little drive-by, we'd recommend checking that out. It will take less than 10 minutes, I would say. But right on the right-hand side of Silica Dome is Fire Arch.
It looks just like this. Tell us, do you think that's big or do you think it's small?
I could barely squeeze right through it. Like a small child could barely squeeze through.
So next, if you keep driving, once you get past Silica Dome, you reach parking lot 1 and 2. Both stops were okay. During sunset, they're really beautiful.
Super red.
It's very, very red rock. Really nice spot to stop. But unless that, they just have some signs with some different information regarding the plants and how the rocks were formed.
We recommend checking out parking lot 3, and that is where you will find parking to do the fire wave, which is the park's hidden gem.
It was a pretty sweet spot. We were lucky to have it all to ourselves. It's a lot smaller than most people think. While we were sitting there, we saw a family walk up and the guy was like, "Is this it? That's it?"
We thought it was bigger.
It was so funny.
The power of a wide lens, everyone. I'd say it's moderately sized, but the pictures make it look a lot bigger. That seems to be the trend of this whole park.
That spot was cool looking at the fire wave, but personally I like that whole area. As you're walking across, you can see the really cool textures in the rock. It almost looks like it's striped. We called it bacon. Maybe it was because we were hungry, but it looked really nice. There's a nice little shady spot. We waited around and it's the best spot in the park to catch sunset.
And to people watch. Very funny people watching there.
Once you finish hanging out at the fire wave, what we recommend doing is driving back through the Scenic Byway and park right next to Rainbow Vista.
You can pull off the side of the road there and hike up a little rocky area and get some really cool pictures of you sitting in front of the road. However, be warned, there are people taking pictures in the middle of the street. You know, just be a little more respectful of the road, and I'm sure the park rangers would appreciate it.
Hope you guys enjoyed our Valley of Fire in one day. We did it. We also did start at 4 a.m. and didn't get back home until like 9 p.m.
Definitely recommend checking this out. During summer, it can get up to 120, 130 degrees because it is in the middle of the desert. After Memorial Day, we probably wouldn't recommend going unless you are ready to hop back in the car right away after visiting everything, because heat is very real in the park.
Thanks for watching, you guys. Don't forget to check out our most recent video here, and don't forget to like and subscribe here. We'll see you guys in the next adventure. Bye.
Bye.